everyone, and welcome back to Three Dads and a Console. We know not everyone can stay up to date on the latest and greatest in video game news that you need to know about, so we're here to do it for you. And remember, this show is kid-friendly. No swearing and no earmuffs are needed. Now on with the show. I'm one of your hosts, Wobble Plays, alongside, as always, the Swiss Chalet, Court Lalon. Hello, Court.
Hey, how's it going?
It's good. What does chalet mean?
Okay, so Swiss Chalet is a chicken franchise. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't do that. It is a rotisserie chicken franchise here in Canada that is very, very famous to us here in the Canadian, in the Great White North. That it's like a rite of passage. Like everybody gets it, everybody eats it. It's everywhere. They have what we call chalet sauce. It is phenomenal.
What does chalet mean?
No, I don't know. It's a chalet is a house.
So it's a Swiss house using a French word in Canada.
Let it go, dude.
And I'm also joined by the one and only. I'm joined by one and the only Paz. Hello, Paz.
Hello, gentlemen. How are we doing this evening?
I'm good. I'm just hanging out in my chalet.
I would like everybody to know that every show, no one knows this because I am a tech wizard, but every show I ask these two bozos if they're ready. They say yes. Then they go on to a different topic. And about 10 seconds before the show starts, I go, we're going live. We have 5. And every time Wabba goes, oh my God, what? Like I wasn't, like I didn't say to them, gentlemen, are you ready? And they didn't say, yes, let's go.
He gave me a 3-second warning. And I was like, So.
Because they were talking about Maroon 5.
Well, kind of. Court was singing.
Yeah. So today I was at the gym. So if you want to get into this, we'll get into this. Today I was at the gym and Maroon 5 Sunday Morning came on my phone and I started singing it and I realized that the thing is a banger. It's a huge jam. I love that song. And everybody at the gym was looking at me and I didn't care. So then I tweeted it out and it seemed to be a thing that everybody agreed with me on, that it's a great song and everybody loves it. And so then before the show, I was serenading Waba and Pez and singing the song to them.
Yeah. We might get DMCA'd and you also might fall in love with him if he sang it to you.
Did I actually sound good?
I mean, you hit a note.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. You hit a note.
Oh, I did? Oh,
so,
well done. Nice.
Let me say Maroon 5. I don't know why I have strong opinions about Maroon 5. Their first song, I don't like.
What do you mean their first song?
Raid, the first one that anybody heard about. But the song This Love is an absolute bop.
Dude, Maroon 5, I looked at my phone and I was like, dude, I got a lot of Maroon 5.
But then you have like moves like it fluctuates so much and they don't need to. They can just be good. They shouldn't try to.
What are you talking about? They got great songs.
Moves like Jagger.
It's a great song.
Zoomers can't even sing along because they don't know who that is.
Oh, stop.
But anyway, so yeah, that's what's going on. This is what you folks miss when you're not listening in the intro. But you can see us at youtube.com/that's in a console and hang out with us and interact with us. But we have a few good topics for you. First thing I just want to mention quickly, for those who care about NHL GWC, I didn't qualify because I wanted to give other people a chance to win.
That's not true. He's
a good guy.
So
we're dumping on Waba. Waba, you're a liar.
Now you know who your friends are. Pez immediately took the high road and agreed, and Court shut me down. So
I don't want to lie to people. That's rude.
I do it every day at twitch.tv/WabaPlays.
These are facts.
It was interesting. So they had like it was in Montreal, as they say.
During the draft?
Yeah, well, it's because it's associated with the NHL. So they actually had some of the draftees there. I think, God, I forget their names. But they had like
was Shane Wright there?
Shane Wright was there. There was Geeky was there.
Is EA gonna make the game better so that like if you had a Bergeron card, you could play it and get that card better. And if he plays better in a season, like that card becomes better. And there's not like 7 different cards of the one card and like, ooh, I like this card, but I got to get this like super duper version of it.
He would start at a 99 because he's perfect. But it was kind of
like, are they going to do that? Are they going to do that so they make the game like I want to play it?
No, but Bettman was there, and the whole Twitch just wrote boo. It was so good, and it made me feel amazing. But anyway, it was just a fun event. If you missed it, I mean, I don't know if you have to go back and watch it. I will say though, so it was between the same two people it was last year, and the other person won. So it was someone named Gren and Regs. Regs wins. He's like all excited. He gets his trophy, and the person hitting the smoke button just like it bangs it, and it's just the stage is full of like the smoke coming from the top. It's like I couldn't see him. I thought he was going to disappear. And then they give him a wrestling belt with like the NHL thing on it, which is cool.
All
My
right,
only issue
that's
Was it though?
it was my only issue is someone put it around his waist. This isn't boxing, my guy. You put it around your shoulder. You carry that thing around on your heart.
What?
You
put it around your waist like a champion.
You say weird things.
Would you wear it as a belt?
You put it around your waist as a champion.
No! Oh no! You hold it and you carry it up here.
What? How?
Like a true wrestler. Have you ever seen The Rock, John Cena, actually wear the belt?
I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about good wrestlers here.
I don't know, dude. I'm just ignoring him at this point.
All right. Well, anyway, that's wrestling
Hulk Hogan
and fans in
rolling
shambles
over
right
in his Royd and Magoo grave right now.
now. Hulk Hogan is still
even though
with
he's
us.
still alive.
The late Hulk Hogan. So anyway, let's get to the real topics. First thing we want to talk about is one of our good friends, Outright. Outright has two new games on Games Pass, so we want to touch on those and also talk about some of the other things going on this round with Game Pass. So Court, give us drop some knowledge on the folks.
Sorry, I was listening to Maroon 5 again, and I love the fact that no one else. Yeah, he was jamming again. It's stuck in my head. So awesome news for the dads out there. 2 new games are coming to Game Pass this month from our friends over at Outright Games, and I have to say they're bangers. All right. We've got Peppa Pig coming to cloud, console, and PC. That's like the ultimate banger of any game. Plus, you can still go out there and buy the DLC. That Peppa Pig game is, for the dads out there, an easy 1,000 achievements. Like nobody's business. In maybe 2 hours, you can smash through the whole game. But your kid is going to love this game. And then you have Adventure City Calls, the Paw Patrol game, which you can play with your kid. That is also coming to Game Pass. So our friends over at Xbox and our friends over at Game Pass are killing it again, getting some games that we can play with our kids on there. Also coming to Game Pass, we've got Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kiwami, and Yakuza Kiwami 2. So the Yakuza games are coming right back. And then we also have Matchpoint Tennis, Road 96, Escape Academy, and we have Overwhelm and Power Wash Simulator. But I want to get back. Oh, also, I want to say this because I sent this message to Pez for our friends and our listeners who like playing MLB The Show. For Xbox players only, there's a Celebrate Summer at the Ballpark bundle that's coming, and it's coming on July 12th. You get 1 Diamond Cover Athlete Choice Pack, 1 Diamond Ball Player Pack, and 5 Show Packs. That is actually unbelievable. When I sent it to Pez, even him, he was like, geez, like that is that's like 100,000 stubs right there, eh, Pez?
That's legitimately very good.
Yeah, like people were getting diamond packs this weekend, and a lot of people were pulling trouts and all that. So we're getting one of those packs. I didn't pull anything, don't worry.
Me neither. I pulled 85s.
But you're a diamond cover athlete. So these cover athlete things, when you have them all, you get a Joe Mauer. And they're hard to get. Like those packs, it doesn't matter. You know what? I could diatribe and go into this all day. I want to get back into what we were thinking about Outright Games and possibly maybe they got a deal with Xbox, because it's kind of funny. Months ago, we're like, what does Game Pass need? And we're like, as a parent, our first thought was Game Pass needs kids games. Mm-hmm. They've got a lot of everything else, and Xbox doesn't have kids games. And then all of a sudden, boom, the Ryan's Racers comes on, and then all of a sudden, all these games from Outright just start hitting up on Game Pass. And I love it. Like it's easy recommendation to friends. I'm just like, it's like Disney Plus, how we say there's stuff for adults and there's stuff for kids. Now Game Pass can literally go out there and they can say, well, there's stuff for kids and there's stuff for adults. There's stuff for everyone. There's even stuff for the teenagers with your Fortnites and your Roblox and stuff. Your Roblox.
Outright Games, legitimately, I think there's 2 companies that do child gaming very well. Lego and Outright Games, and that's it.
Yep.
In Lego, I would say that some Lego games are probably tough, right, for young kids, like kids like your age, like the ages of your children. Lego games are probably tough, right? You probably need to help them And I would say like the earlier ones, like Marvel Avengers, right, or whatever.
I'll give you an example. We've tried to play the Lego games, me and my daughter, and she has a difficult time still. She's 5.5, mind you. You know what game she didn't have a difficult time with? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. She loves that game.
What a banger! But Outright consistently puts out good, child friendly, and we're talking probably the age of, I would say 3 to 4 to whenever they want to move on to something else.
Yeah.
Almost pick up and play, teaching you the foundation of gaming. Like, this is what these games are teaching you. They're easy to us. They're easy. We can blow through Paw Patrol or whatever in 2 hours.
Oh, my daughter still plays. Right now, she's still playing My Little Pony on the Switch. Still playing.
But what their games are doing is giving your child something that they can play that isn't going to have some weird like user created stuff or some random. And this is why we do reviews on youtube.com/3dads on a console, right? Like, not going to have some random death scene or whatever. It's stuff that you can feel comfortable having them play. But it's also laying the base of platforming, puzzle solving, stuff like that, which is very important because I have had my now almost 11, my 10-year-old when she was 6, 7, play Super Mario Brothers for NES and got super frustrated at the first Goomba, right? Because like, it's not, to us, it's not hard, but she couldn't comprehend it. But if you get a game that they're invested in, characters that they're invested in, and then all of a sudden they are able to take what they learn from these games as they get older and build upon that with different games. Outright Games does a fantastic job for this age group laying the base. Mm-hmm. And I think every kid should play their games.
You're 100% correct, because when we got the Switch and my daughter played 3D Mario, she actually wasn't. I have a Super Nintendo Mini, and Emma tried to play it, and she was terrible at it. And then as we've gotten to playing more of the Outright games, like she's played all the Paw Patrol games, she's finished them all. Now when those games come out, she gets them, she can finish them in 3 to 4 days. It used to take her weeks. She smashes through in 3 to 4 days, but still enjoys them, and then goes back and does the replayability. But she's able to now play 3D Mario and understand what she needs to do. I don't have to tell her anything. She knows she's got to avoid the bad guy and jump on them. She knows what she's got to do.
It's crazy you bring up Mario, because like, now that I think about it, so our first games were like Nintendo, Mario, all that. My daughter's first console game was PJ Masks, Peppa Pig. Like, this is like legit, like this is like a memory. Like, I have like videos and pictures of her playing because I thought it was funny, of her Peppa Pig, and she's jumping in the puddle and she's just laughing her butt off. And I'm like, oh, okay, let's go left and right. She's still working on that, which is, whatever. But then she just hits it again and just starts laughing. Like, she understands that, like, I hit this button and this thing happens. And it's
Wabo
just
was
really
laughing because he was getting trophies.
Oh, dude, I still haven't had the platinum, but she was racking up some mean trophies. We found everything at the beach, dude. Everything. I authentically like Peppa Pig. But it's just fun, and like that's like a memory we have. I'll have to like tweet out those pictures because it's her just having fun, and it's like that's what you said, like Bez. It's like you don't have to like understand how to beat the game, but it's laying those foundations. She learns that I press button, I get action. And it's just nice, and they have games that'll grow with you too. So
look, all of us as gamers had games that taught us how to play games, and eventually we moved away from those, right? Outright Games for the age group makes the best games that your son or daughter can play that they will enjoy. And that's it. That's the fact. And now that they're on Game Pass, there is no excuse. If you have the ability to access Game Pass, whether it's through your PC, through your Xbox, or even through your mobile phone, because we're not talking about, Outright Games these games aren't made for us. So the control schemes are not going to be incredibly difficult to learn, right? You can use them on a phone and you'll be able to play them.
And that's the best part. These games are in the cloud, so I can when I'm sitting there, my daughter's like getting all fidgety. I'm like, here, go play Peppa. Just take my phone. Go play Peppa.
Oh.
If you can access Game Pass and you have a son or daughter who is anywhere from 4 to 10, I'm going to say, that is interested in playing, whether it's Peppa Pig or whether it's the upcoming DC Super Pets game that'll be coming out, and anywhere in between, right? they can do that, and they'll learn the basis of things like platforming, puzzle solving, kart racing, all this
Trophies.
stuff, that may be too advanced in games like Mario Kart, right? Because like Mario Kart's tricky, dude, and a 4-year-old's not going to pick up Mario Kart and be able to play it. Like, let's be honest, but they can pick up, what's the game? It's Axel City. Well, what's the game, Cord? It's right on the top of my head.
Oh, Blaze and the Monster Machines.
Blazing the Monster Machines. Pick it up, learn how to play kart racing, and then as they get older, they pick up Mario Kart or whatever, Sonic Racing or whatever, and they're like, oh, I've done kart racing, I get this.
Daughter's already playing Mario Kart. She won her first race. She only does 50 cc's, but she can win a race. And I swear, all these games that she plays now and she's good at, if it wasn't for the games from outright, she would have been getting frustrated, because when I first got my Super Nintendo Mini, I said it, she was playing like Super Mario Brothers 3 and she just couldn't get it, and she hated video games. Now this morning, she gets up first thing this morning, we're having breakfast, and I'm like, what do you want to do? She's like, can we go play Ninja Turtles for a bit? I was like, yeah, we can go play Ninja Turtles.
Done. And I want everyone out there to listen when I tell you, we are not shilling outright games because we get anything from it. We're talking about outright games because we believe in the product.
Well, that was the thing. That's how we got into contact with each other, is because we believed in their product and we were already buying their games.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned,
if you have the ability to play them, and you again have a son or daughter in that 4 to 10 range, we'll say, play them. They will highly enjoy them.
You know what CC stands for in Mario Kart?
No.
Cubic centimeters. The larger the number, the bigger the engine. It's this measurement of engine size. I just had to look at a bigger engine equals faster speeds.
Dude, you ever play 200
kids
cc?
Play Mario Kart? No. Have them play an outright game instead, where they use not metric.
Have you ever played 200cc on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Man, what a mess.
Yeah, do Rainbow Road and try not to throw up. So that's our what your kid should be playing this week suggestion of the week.
Also, seriously, go play Power Wash Simulator.
Dude, hold on. That is a show. Simulator? Hey, hold on. We should do that. We could suggest a game each week. There we go. You just got a new segment.
There we go. Yeah, go play Peppa Pig. Fantastic. And you said power wash him. Go power wash your actual home.
Yeah, dude, these simulator games, I'm sorry. Nope.
What if you live in an apartment?
Then someone will pay you to do it.
As a dad who has to cut his grass and power wash his deck and all that kind of stuff, I don't need a video game to simulate that. In no way, shape, or form is it like, oh, this is relaxing.
You're going to tell me you'd rather power wash a virtual house than your own house?
I am not advocating for Power Wash Simulator. I'm just saying different strokes for different folks, my dudes.
You're a different stroke.
You're a weird... Well, I
You're
guess
lucky this is a child-friendly podcast, or I would have a comeback from both of you.
Apparently it's not a power washing friendly podcast.
So, Pez, speaking of something that wasn't so friendly, there was a game that was announced today, and we are all excited. Yes. God of War, the Ragnarok is coming, and we're getting God of War Ragnarok on November 9th, 2022. Like, dude, seriously, they couldn't just make it at 11/11. It would have been so hilarious, but they didn't. That's fine, Sony. We appreciate it. That also shows us the fall lineup of, oh my God, there's way too many games that are coming out between October and
ridiculous.
It's crazy, all the way to January, because you got Dead Space in January.
And Avow apparently is coming out in January now.
Yeah, so it looks awesome. I am extremely excited to play it. I can't. My hype level, all I've watched is the cinematic trailer for it. I haven't watched any of the gameplay. So like when I saw the memes of the people with the boat, I know what they're talking about because I saw the memes, but I haven't watched anything because I want to go in. This game to me is a lot like The Last of Us, where I trust the team that makes the game. I can't wait to play this game. I love the story. I love how Kratos has got a kid, everything about it. I'm all over it. But Pez was a little upset about the different editions.
Look. All right. Sony came out today. Everyone's hat hit the ceiling with the announcement of the release date. Then they announced the collector's edition. Okay. And I got on my little soapbox and I was like, hey, I think collector's editions, basically, like, we shouldn't stand for collector's editions that don't have the games in them. I misspoke and I should have said physical games because if you are giving a steel book, you should just put a disc in that game for the steelbook. That's all. I wasn't angry at the notion of collector's editions. I get it. You want your cool stuff. Get your cool stuff. But if I'm spending 200, 300, sometimes even 400 for these editions, I want the game in the I want the physical game to go in my steelbook up on the shelf when I'm done playing it. That's what I was annoyed at. I don't want. What is the point of an empty steelbook? There isn't one.
Well,
there is not. No. There is no.
I know. Well, I know people that put those up on the wall. Yeah, I get it. I think there's two parties here, or two camps. There's the Wabas and the Pezzas that still buy physical media.
Yes.
True.
I don't. If I get it, I get it. I don't go after it. I will definitely buy the digital first. I truly believe that next gen we probably will be digital only consoles. I truly think like the version that comes out that's the side version will be the disc version. I truly think that we're going to a digital only future. But it's not that I don't like physical copies. I have physical copies of Assassin's Creed, and I had an Xbox Series S, and I upgraded to the X because I did need the disc drive to play my old games. So I understand your plight, but they are giving you the game. They are giving you a digital copy, and if anything taught us about Halo Infinite, that disc didn't have anything on it.
So Gamer Graham in chat at youtube.com/that's in a console, just like you can come and interact with the show.
Gamer Graham, you could always just come on the show.
Yeah, that's a good point. Let's cut out the middle person. But basically he says that it's PS4 and PS5. So I imagine the thought of, instead of creating Collector Edition A that has PS4 and Collector Edition B, they can just do one thing and just exactly, and then you get the free upgrade. Logistically, it makes sense. I understand. Like, actually, like, that reason, that makes a lot of sense.
That makes much more sense.
Still hate
that. We're still getting that $10 upgrade. I don't like that. I don't like the $10 upgrade thing that Sony's doing. But
so wait. You get the Bazunga edition with a whole bunch of hammers and wood things and your code, and you have to pay $10.
No, it's the physical version. So from what I'm reading, and Graham can correct me, he says we're getting the $10 upgrade from PS4 to PS5, whereas the digital unlocks both. The PS4, my guess is PS4 and PS5 version.
Correct. The digital, if you buy the digital version, you get the digital PS4 code, the digital PS5 code with your game. And I do think that's kind of bungus, because we all know there is no game on said discs anymore. All these discs is just little CD keys to download the game from the store. It's not like you can, if your PlayStation 5 was offline and your PlayStation 4 was offline, not connected to the internet, and you put this game in, you ain't playing anything because there's nothing on the disc. These are just what's there anymore. But in fairness to Sony, people pay them.
Of course.
Oh yeah, that thing's gonna sell out. I had my buddies that I play Overwatch with texting about it, and he's like, "Oh man, I'm gonna get it." Shout out Trey. Of course. But
it just, I mean,
don't like the empty disc. It's just weird.
Any collector's edition is going to sell out. Like, you put a Halo Infinite collector's edition together with like a Spartan helmet, it's selling out. Like, it just is what it is. I, though, would not buy a collector's edition if I was getting a steelbook and not a physical game.
Can we talk about that collector's edition has a freaking hammer that looks unbelievable, and I need it. So, I don't care about the game.
That's another thing.
You know, I just want the hammer.
Can I once again rant about collector's editions?
Sure, that hammer's sexy.
My worry about collector's editions is that you will pay too much for an inferior product. Like you can dress a product up in Photoshop or by photos or whatever and make it look really nice. I.e., McDonald's commercials versus McDonald's in hand, right? Like my worry is you will pay $300 for a product that you get and you're like, oh, it's a quarter of the size I thought it would be, or it's just not put together well. That is also a reason why I don't do collector's editions, because that scares me.
I have been dissatisfied because of Sony first party collector's editions at times. I felt that the statues were not super high quality for the price that it commanded. I'd rather them focus solely on like a statue or a big physical thing instead of spreading out that amongst like other weird small things. But I wish, maybe it's against supply chain issues, but I hope the quality is worth the price. So I agree with you there.
And it's so up and down, right? Because Graham is saying like The Last of Us 2 collector's edition wasn't great, but Horizons was.
That's dude. Okay, I wasn't gonna call it out. Yeah, I was not super happy with the statue. I was happy with all the other things inside. I thought the patches were cool and stuff like that, but the statue, it was huge, but it wasn't like super detailed.
Hold on, you have The Last of Us 2 statue?
Yes.
Oh, do you remember how you haven't sent me anything in the mail yet? Just put that in the box. Or any Last of Us thing. I need something for the background. I got no Last of Us back here.
Okay, well, I'll try
hang up a golf club.
How
about you just, maybe my statue is the last of them. But
I already said Abby got Joel a round of golf for Father's Day.
People like it's too early. It was like 3 years ago. It's fine.
But yeah, I'm a big fan of collector's editions, and I don't know, when I see something like that without the game, it gives me a weird feeling. And again, I buy a lot of collector's editions. Granted, they're for games that I'm a huge fan of, but I will pay the extra money for it. And I will say PS4 and prior, I would say the collector's editions were very good in terms of quality.
Wow. Breaking. Insomniac Games just tweeted hi. And Corey Barlog replied, "Hey, I hope your today was awesome. Tomorrow's going to be even better."
Oh, let's go. Look, I am so there is a rumor that Insomniac is working on nope, that was
they've already crushed it. Insomniac's already crushed my dreams.
I just wrote
Infamous.
No Infamous, no Sly Cooper. And no one is working on them.
Given that they are currently working on Spider-Man 2 and
Wolverine.
I get it. Man, I wonder. It's got to be Spider-Man 2 tomorrow.
Hey, Spider-Man.
What is with PlayStation not doing a state of play with any of these games and just be like, hey, blog post?
I don't understand.
This is less than that. It's just hi. And that's when they're going to announce it.
I don't understand how you have the God of War release day, right? You have the date. They've known this date probably for a couple weeks now. Wasn't there a state of play like a week ago? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Just like drop it.
That's what I'm saying.
Even if it's a state of play for, I don't know, Gran Turismo 800, right? If it's Gran Turismo 800 Tokyo Drift, at the end of that state of play, fade to black, fade in, and all of a sudden, Ragnarok sign, November 9th, 2022, fade to black. Whole internet talks about it. Everyone's watching that direct. Bingo, bango, bongo. Even if it's the last 15, 16 seconds, they're clicking on the video, right? And they're forwarding it and they're watching it. Viewer engagement. Sony, you can hire me. I'm not that expensive.
So they ended their last state of play with Last of Us. Granted, the news was leaked, but they talked about the show. They brought out Troy Baker, and that was actually cool. But that's how they ended it with Last of Us news. Last of Us 1 news. That game came out before my daughter was born. Why not end it with what Pez just said?
But this was my whole thing. It was funny. I was talking about this in the Carpool Gaming Discord, and I was like, well, everybody was like, oh, it was great. And I'm like, well, no, it wasn't. Like, I thought God of War is a big enough game that like that, if we had an E3, it would have been at E3. So why didn't they give it its own state of play, put it in the state of play? You could have just started the state of play with boy, and then all of a sudden done the little trailer, shown the release date, and then still ended with The Last of Us. And I would guarantee you, because we walked out of that Sony State of Play and we're like, it was good. We would have walked out and said, wow, that was unbelievable.
No,
and if they do something tomorrow with Insomniac now, come on, dude.
Yep. It just to me, it doesn't make sense, but that's why I don't work for Sony, because I don't know what goes on.
Give me the hype machine, man.
That's all.
Hey,
so, also rounding.
I say it on the show, and Graham's like, "Hey, yo, I see you, Graham."
Rounding back to Ragnarok, I think it's going to be phenomenal. Let me ask you, gentlemen, day one purchase for you.
Yes.
Yes.
I haven't played the other.
Spoiler alert! I will be reviewing it thanks to our friends over at PlayStation Canada. So yes, day one.
You said spoiler alert. I yeeted those headphones across the room. But I mean, obviously,
I know nothing about the game. And if they weren't, if I wasn't going to be reviewing it, I would 100% be buying that game.
Over under on, and we'll set the bar at 450 and a half people complaining about Thor being a fat guy and not the Marvel Comics Thor. Over under, I think I'd smash the over on that one.
Oh, could pound the over.
Pound it.
That's going to be literally the only thing people focus on when leading up to it and after.
Oh, and who is voicing Thor, by the way?
I don't know.
Ryan freaking Hurst, who is.
Oh yes, I saw him. Opie. He was on the collector's edition video.
Yeah, he was Opie in Sons of Anthony, dude. Ryan Hurst is awesome. Ryan Hurst is awesome. He's going to be incredible as Thor. Guarantee it.
Damn.
He was in...
Spoiler alert, Kratos kills Dumbledore.
True.
No! Dude, imagine Kratos just showing up in Hogwarts Legacy and it's like...
Calliope!
Stopping Snape... Well, whatever. I don't know. Hog farts. Yeah, I just saw the picture.
Though, we get Batman, Hogwarts, and God of War in the span of a month.
It's gonna be
Jesus. Our wallets are gonna kill us.
Yo, everyone, all you fools taking time off to spend with your families in the summer and going to the beach. Big L.
Small brain.
You need to be taking
smooth brain.
You need to be taking.
How about Gamer Graham over here? Gamer Graham's guy. He's obsessed with his trophies and his achievements. He has to finish Batman and then jump right into God of War. He gets 2 weeks with Batman. Not even a week and a half with Batman. He gets a week and a half with Batman.
Can you do it, Graham? At some point, we will have to do a actual breakdown of the calendar from October to December 1st. Or October to January 1st.
Dude, oh yeah, to January 1st, because you got Callisto Protocol, you've got Dead Space, Hogwarts, Batman.
It's going to be crazy.
God of War. Look, he took a week off for Elden Ring. So what are you going to do? You're just going to take off. So Graham, I'm going to ask you right now, what are you going to do? Just take off a week for Batman, or are you going to take off a week for God of War?
NHL also drops in October, probably.
You take off 3 weeks.
Well, he's got a platinum, both of them, right?
He doesn't need to sleep.
Oh, I don't know.
What happens if Xbox comes out of nowhere and says, by the way, Batman is Game Pass day and date.
And one more thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But speaking of Xbox, there's another big announcement that happened, and it has to do with a small franchise that you might not have heard of, Halo, adding co-op. Court has details.
Everybody, the co-op beta is available to everyone starting on the 11th, but you have to first be part of the Xbox Insiders program to play it. Sorry. So what you need to do is download the Halo Waypoint app onto your phone, tablet, whatever you want to do it on. Also, download the Xbox Insiders app onto your Xbox, then sign up for Xbox Insiders, then sign in through Halo Waypoint. Yeah, I know, but what that gets you to, it gets you towards the flight. Like it gets so you can play the beta. But I want to preface this to people that are playing the beta, and Graham, who's in the chat. You get no achievements while playing any betas. So just like when I reviewed Halo Infinite, I played through the whole campaign on hard to find out I got nothing. So then I played it on easy when I played it through the next time. But you get 0, but you get to go play it. So I'm going to be playing it as the 11th. I'm going to probably play for a couple days. It is the one thing that I've been waiting for Halo. To me, Halo is all about campaign co-op. So I am excited about it. I don't think it's going to get me to go back into the multiplayer, but I do think that this will get Halo back into the conversation in the zeitgeist, because this game is synonymous with playing with your friends.
100%. 100%. And I think it's a good step forward for Halo Infinite. It still has its issues. Definitely has its weird lack of content, I guess I'll say it, when it comes to the campaign, in terms of all these sectioned off areas that look like you should be able to go there. But two main things were missing out of Halo Infinite. One was co-op and 2 was the Forge, right? And we know both are coming. We know that they're both going to come. Co-op will be here. We're staring down the barrel of co-op, right? So we're going to get co-op. It's going to be, people will come back. They'll have a great time. And I think what co-op will do is, like Court said, it'll bring it back into the zeitgeist. So not only will you have the talk on Twitter and TikTok and blah, 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 but you'll also have people streaming it on YouTube and Twitch, which is honestly the most important thing. Because now if you can get eyes on it, people will be like, oh my God, now I can go play this with my brother, my buddy, my wife, like whatever. And then you're back in it. So
I didn't think about that, like the whole TikTok thing, and I know it's Zoomer app, whatever. But like, so when you play, like the best clips are just silly things that happen with friends. Them talking, something crazy happening, and like even I, who didn't own an Xbox, played Halo co-op when I was a wee little lad. And I remember having good times at friends' houses and just playing and messing around, blowing something up. The warthog flips over, and it's like, oh man, dude, whatever. But like, that's gonna like. People are gonna, one, get the nostalgia factor, and 2, want to like relive that or try it out for the first time. And I think, Pez, you're right. Like, you're gonna see a lot of people, a lot of funny clips coming out of that, and I think it's gonna have a resurgence just because people are gonna goof around, or they're not even gonna play the story and just try to see how far you can flip your friend on the warthog or something. Just
also, it is incredibly important for a brand to. So if Halo all of a sudden comes, let's say it comes out tomorrow, right? On Monday, if a Twitch streamer like Gathalion is playing it with his buddies, right? Halo now has what, I don't know, 3,000 eyes on it at any point during the day, during his stream, his 8-hour, 10-hour stream. Halo now has at least 3,000. I mean, we're probably talking like tens of thousands sometimes with his stuff. Amount of people watching this game. So this is a big deal for them. And if it can find traction, then Halo is back, right? Halo, especially the Halo campaign, is back, because open world co-op can be quite chaotic, and people love chaos when it comes to games. You and your buddy, like Waba said, flipping each other around in warthogs, driving the Ghost to see how far you can take it, whatever, trying to pull off trick shots. Like, this is all what co-op campaign is about, and laughs, and then turning that into any type of like viral content. That's all the rage now, viral content. So this is a big deal for Xbox, and if they can pull this off and get Halo talked about enough that people come back and hopefully stay until Forge comes out, or until they drop more of the season 2 Lone Wolf stuff. I think we're still in that season. I don't know. I haven't played it. Then it's a W for Xbox. It's a big W. So it's a big deal.
Right now, yeah, because they need one.
A co-op doesn't sound like a big deal, but it is a big deal.
It is. It's got me going back into play Halo.
So I hope they smash it because again, Halo co-op Halo are
smash.
some of the best
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
I feel like we're going into a
Oh,
Maroon 5 song right now.
I'm sorry, I just can't
Some
stop.
of
It's stuck in
the
it's so in
best-
my head.
Like co-op experiences that I've had.
Sunday morning, rain is calling. Yeah.
I still think of the Sugar Ray song. I'm sorry.
Where is it?
I can't do it.
Every morning there's a halo
Halo
hanging over
around the
my
corner,
corner of my four-post
something
bed.
bad.
Shut the
I said
door,
four-post
baby.
bed.
Don't say a word.
Don't say a word.
Didn't Weird Al do a parody of that?
You can't get DMCA'd, by the way, if we're singing it.
Well, you can if it sounds exactly like Adam Levine.
Well, clearly we're not Adam Levine or the.
Depending on what state he's from.
Like you said, I hit a note, but I don't think I can hit his notes.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah, fair enough.
We don't sound like Adam Levine or the Frosted Tips guy from Sugar Ray.
Oh my god! So I was telling them before. I
Mark,
said, you know,
Mark something.
Oh, now it's gonna be stuck in my head. Now I gotta Google it.
Oh no!
It's Mark. It's Mark Messier. Moving on.
No, it's not.
You said it was. What was the other song that reminded you of?
Every Morning by
Sugar Ray.
Who was McGrath? How did we not get that?
The song I was thinking of is not Sugar whatever. It's Eagle Eye Cherry Save Tonight, which is a
Save
totally
Tonight.
Inside
So I was
the
talking
break of dawn, go tomorrow.
I don't know.
Tomorrow might be gone.
I listened to that in 5th grade outside of elementary school. Core memory.
Eagle Eye Cherry's on my chill playlist.
So
Wreck nerds.
I don't even think I have that on my phone. Let me see. Do I have Save Tonight? Let's see. I have like the Troll soundtrack. It's very good. Save Tonight.
Dude, the Troll soundtrack is very good.
I do have
some bangers.
Anna Kendrick slaps.
No one can hear it.
I know,
you can see it. You can see it.
Noise gate, and he's playing something below the decibel required. And he's like, "It sounds great." We're like, "It doesn't sound like anything."
Court has the most optimized mic in the world. You can't.
Isn't that good though?
It is very good. It is very good.
Not in the age of sharing music over your phone.
Sorry, y'all had to come listen to us sing.
I know. Nick, at least Nick Johnson's excited for the concert.
I would be. I could do a concert. We could do some songs.
I would. Okay, let's ask
this
a question.
winter. Your three dads and a carol coming to a nearest Sam Goody near you.
Have you ever
I want a refund, Graham. Shove your stories in a sack.
Have you ever performed a song? Doesn't have to be like for a play or anything, but like in front of people for fun or in like thing, or if not,
I used to be in a choir. Believe it or not. And I used to do solos.
Well, okay, so what was your hit solo?
Yes, 100% I did. But this is before my voice changed. So I was like, you know how I could hit that high note? I used to be able to hit all the high notes, like no problem. But I sang terrible songs.
What was?
Nope. That's not happening.
Are you?
But
does karaoke?
Just think of grade 3, grade 4, grade 5. I was in the choir.
Does karaoke?
And then I hit puberty, and then it was over. Like I started singing like Soundgarden, and like I still can't even do that. But I can do high pitched music. I can do the high notes still, and it's embarrassing.
Hey, nothing wrong with
that. I don't look like Adam Levine, so I can't. I'm not doing it.
He doesn't look like you, Court. That's his
He wishes he had hair like you, Court.
Ooh.
Jeez.
What about
what's the best hype man in the world?
If you performed, what have you performed?
Does karaoke count?
Hell yeah. What's your song of choice?
Okay. We open, ladies and gentlemen. We open with
you do a set?
Mississippi. We open with Mississippi Queen by Mountain.
Oh my god.
Yo, DJ, thank you, man. It's a nice tight fold and do up today. Thank you so much. Mississippi Queen by Mountain. Then we go into Little Sister by Queens of the Stone Age. And then when we've had enough, right? When we've had enough bevies and the place is rocking, you end the evening with Shook You All Night Long by AC/DC. Ladies and
Yo.
gentlemen, your boy is not an amateur when it comes to karaoke. I will get it popping and rocking. It'll be pop rocks up in here.
Ooh.
My favorite performance is Intergalactic by the Beastie Boys,
Oh, man.
because that song goes hard, and Hello Nasty, one of my favorite albums of all time.
How are you
Even
going
though
like?
it's
But
good.
you just said you're gonna sing it. Like there's no singing that song.
I'm sorry, you think Pez is singing when he's singing Mississippi Queen?
Oh,
He's
yeah,
yelling
dude.
into the microphone at high decibels.
He's doing it though.
I'm sorry.
Pez
Have you
is
seen me do karaoke? No, you're
Yeah,
just assuming. You're just assuming.
I thought you could do it. I look at you and say that could be done. Like me, an easy one to do is you pick any country song. You do like a Garth Brooks or a Chris Stapleton or anything, because it's easy to change your voice and do the it's very easy to do. Believe it or not, country music, there's a reason a lot of people sing it. It's because it's easier to sing along to. Because you could do like the blame it all on my roots. I showed up in boots. It's very easy to change. Ruined your black tie affair. You can do the whole twang thing. But if I really wanted to do a song that I love, I would do something by like The National, or I have to do slow songs. I can't scream. For my voice, I need it to be like, it can't be fast.
A little extreme, more than words. What a banger of a song.
Or anything like
Sorry,
slow.
I'm just pulling.
I would never do anything by Chris Cornell or any artist that has what I would consider one hell of a beautiful voice, just because it's just, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair.
In terms of real singing, I sound like two cats being thrown together.
Dude, did you ever try? Twitch had they used to license music. They had a karaoke game, and used to be able to go on there and sing, and then also duet with people. So you would do one half of a duet, and then someone could actually
like Zach Brown is easy to do. Zach Brown Band, that is very easy to. It's so easy to sing along to.
Zach Brown's like my guilty pleasure listening.
I have seen them live like 7 or 8 times now. Yeah, it's not a guilty pleasure. I like them.
Guilty pleasure, like my guilty pleasure is like Avril Lavigne, but like not her new stuff. Like, what do you think?
My thing that you guys don't. I know the words to more songs and more. I listen to more music and have more of that like vernacular than I do with video games or anything else.
Even sports.
Yes.
That is insane. If you don't know that that's insane and you're listening, just understand that that is insane.
Understand.
I listen to, like, if I went on my phone, I could play a song and within minutes I will be able to do all the words.
Actually, my
automatic Gucci.
I think oh, bless that woman. Bless that woman wherever whatever watering hole she went to.
Bless her aged heart.
Oh my
no, it has to be stuff that I have it on my phone. Like, it doesn't take me long. I think it just takes me to listen to a song twice, and I will remember the words forever. It's weird, dude. I can do like, it's so weird. It's like a thing I have, and I don't understand it.
We have a little bit of time. What is the
Online Crush? So good.
You have seen the most?
That would be, so I've seen the Hold Steady 17 times.
That is so Canadian of you.
Why? They're not Canadian.
I just thought those. No, I'm mixing it up.
Yeah,
with
you Tragically Hip, I've seen like 12, 13 times.
He's getting there.
I was right.
I've seen Bare Naked Ladies like 10 times. I've seen a lot of, so when I lived downtown in my 20s, I moved downtown when I was like 20, and I didn't leave there till I was 30. I would probably see 20 to 25 concerts a year, because I would go to small shows. Like the Hold Steady plays a very small venue in Toronto called the Horseshoe, and they'll play 4 nights in a row, and I'll probably see 2 out of 4 nights every time they come to Toronto. I've seen Arkells DJs. I've seen the Arkells 7 or 8 times now, because they open for other bands or they play benefit shows. Arkells are amazing. Man, the list of bands. I've seen The Strokes. I've seen Nirvana. I've seen Soundgarden. Bunch of times seen Soundgarden. I saw Soundgarden even at a small venue. I've seen Pearl Jam. I'm going to Pearl Jam in September. I have tickets to Rage Against the Machine. I've seen Tool. I've seen Garth Brooks. I've seen Zach Brown Band like 5 times. It's so many, like Foo Fighters. I've seen them so many times. Bruce Springsteen. I've seen Chicago. Like I said, I've seen Nirvana. I've seen Stone Temple Pilots, Metallica, Megadeth, Pink Floyd, Radiohead. Name the band that you're like, oh, I want to go. I'm like, yeah, I've probably seen them because I live in Toronto. I'm very blessed to live in a city where every band comes.
That's a good
they
point.
all come to Toronto, so I get if they're there, I get tickets. And
even Boston, it's kind of the same here.
I belong to all those. I know how to get tickets because you need to be part of the fan clubs to get tickets. So I join fan clubs to get tickets. That's how I go to Pearl Jam every time they come. It's a thing.
So I didn't start seeing live music really until like college a few times. Like that wasn't like, I know we were talking about how like you like, yeah, I used to go see Dropkick all the time. And then like,
hey guys, do you guys know that Graham is old like me?
What he said? Oh, Rage Against the Machine, 96 and Tool 2 years ago.
Hey Graham, that 96 concert, was that the one at Barry Molson Park?
Court was there, front row.
I think, well, because they were supposed to play after 96, because I think Barry Molson Park Rage, maybe this is the one he's talking about, is the one with Marilyn Manson and Soundgarden. I can't remember because I also saw Rage there, and I also saw them by themselves, but I was supposed to go to the Beastie Boys Rage that got canceled, but he'll answer. I don't know. Sorry.
So I've only
what happens when we talk about music. You didn't know this.
It's a fun, like, so I've seen a lot of things like bands twice, and not bands you would think. I would say not bands, artists. Luke Bryan, I think we've seen twice. Taylor Swift, we saw twice in 2 days in a row because my wife wanted to go twice and it was pretty sick. I see Trans-Siberian Orchestra, the Christmas rock concert, several times. The person I've seen the most, though, actually is Mega Ran. I've seen him, I believe, 3 or 4 times now, which for me, that's a lot. I didn't like go to like live shows. That wasn't like really something I did. And maybe I didn't know I could. One of my deepest regrets is not seeing Blink-182 live.
I saw Blink-182 like 3 or 4 times because they play a lot of festivals play in Toronto. Graham, we get to see a lot of bands because they play festivals, and you just go to the festival every year.
I get nostalgic. I'll watch things from like the Warped Tour, and I get nostalgic for things I didn't see.
You know who's really good live? Nickelback.
Really
good.
Something unpopular with the Americans.
I like Nickelback.
Nickelback is not bad.
No, they're good. Hey, guess what?
Silly.
Creed is good too.
Yeah.
My own prison.
With arms wide open.
Hold on. I could, with my arms wide open under the sunlight.
This is Scott Staff. Scott Staff. Honey, Scott Staff's on the podcast.
Pez, who's your repeat offender?
It is either. Oh my god, this is gonna be such a Boston answer. It's probably Dropkick Murphys.
Probably Dropkick.
I've seen them 3 times for God's sakes. Twice in Boston.
The reason is, my best friend and his brother were good friends with the lead singer of a punk band and local Boston punk band called Darkbuster. I don't know if people probably haven't heard of them. If you have, you're a real one. So that.
Dude, your mic is like cutting out. It's not gonna happen.
I feel like I'm listening to a song on a ham radio.
News heard.
It's like on the AM setting.
The news today.
Am I listening to WEI and going under a bridge? Maybe.
See my life. It's a great escape.
So they were friends with Lenny, the lead singer of Darkbuster. The bassist for Darkbuster used to also play for a band called the Ducky Boys. I was big into Boston punk for a long time. But so whenever they would play in Boston, whenever the Dropkicks would play in Boston, Darkbuster would open for them. So we would just go to the show, like not even have to buy tickets. Cool, dude. We would just go to the show, hang out with them, hang out with the Murphys after. Paid shows, it's probably, now mind you, I grew up, my concert going years were between like 99 and like 2005. So it was a lot of nu metal, which I like anyway, so it doesn't matter. So it's probably it's probably Slipknot is probably who I've seen the most, or System of a Down. Those 2 bands.
I've never seen System of a Down. That would be great. I saw you, Pez. You know who Death from Above 1979 is? So they're a Toronto band. You would really like them. I've seen them a couple times, but I never saw System of a Down. That would be cool.
I will tell you, one of the best festivals I've ever been to was Ozfest 2001.
Was that Soundgarden?
That was who played? It was Slipknot. It was Black Sabbath. It was like the full Black Sabbath. It was Slipknot. It was Marilyn Manson, and it was Korn.
Yeah, we're not allowed to talk about Marilyn Manson anymore.
It was like legit
person.
new metal. It was like a legit new metal concert. It was great. Like POD was there. It was weird, man. And then can I tell you one of the weirdest concerts I went to?
What about Papa Roach? I saw Papa Roach, Eminem, and Exhibit with Limp Bizkit all in one concert, and it was unbelievable.
I also saw that concert when they were in Boston. I've seen Limp Bizkit like 5 times. Dude, and Limp Bizkit is incredible live.
Thank you. I was just going to say,
I will not hear otherwise.
Limp Bizkit is unbelievable live.
His look right now bothers me, but it shouldn't. Maybe it's just he's gotten older as people.
Look, I got my hat on backwards. I should get a red one. I want to get a red ball cap Yankees hat, and I could be Fred Durst.
Dude, I love those.
In high school, I always wore a red Ohio State hat backwards
that makes sense.
Because I refused to wear a Yankees hat because I was that
hot
kind
dog
of person.
flavored water.
Dude, my God, what a banger that album is!
Oh, dude,
banger.
Very
My generation. Oh my God.
Dude, for the Mission Impossible soundtrack was the reason I bought that soundtrack.
I openly love Limp Bizkit. I've seen them like again 5 or 6 times.
I openly love Nickelback. I don't care what anybody says.
Limp Bizkit. You want to know what a great cover song they do? Master of Puppets.
Yeah. They do many good ones. Incredible. It's just like in Canada here, like I get made fun of for liking Bare Naked Ladies, and I don't care. It's a band. They're amazing. If I had $1 million, that's such a good song.
Man, we went. The weirdest concert I've ever been to, by the way, you guys will get a kick out of this. It was the Sprite Liquid Mix Tour, and it was, you want to know who played? I don't know if anyone will remember this name, the Nappy Roots.
Dude!
311. And you know who was the headliner for that? Jay-Z.
Okay, weird.
That was the concert. It was wild.
I don't like 311.
I like a few songs by them.
I don't like their slow songs like Amber or Love Song. Like, throw those songs in the trash. Down, give me like Down era 311 all day.
No.
And then Jay-Z just came out and like blew the top off the place. It was great.
Dude,
that was like 2003, so I think it was like when I think like the Blueprint was just coming out. It was like in the Blueprint era of his music, and it was just some of the best rap he's ever put out.
For Sprite?
Yeah. Sprite Liquid Mix Tour, the weirdest thing ever. Me and my roommate went. And then he took off randomly. I didn't see him like the rest of the show.
You didn't need him. So we hope you enjoyed us going down that music rabbit hole. That was fun. I like that.
That was very unprovoked. Actually, sorry, I was singing at the beginning of the whole thing. Yeah, that makes sense.
Sometimes things just work out. But if you enjoyed that, you have been listening to 3 Dads and a Console. Remember, if you had fun, make sure to subscribe to us on youtube.com/3 Dads and a Console, where you can be part of the conversation. Join us live every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure to like us and subscribe on your podcast platform of choice. Say some nice things. Come here and tell Pez how awesome his bandana is. And thank you all for joining us. Thank you for your time. We hope you have fun. And we'll see you next week. Take care, folks.